Hello students, welcome to our next online lecture for rotational dynamics. In this lecture, I am going to explain the expression for torque in terms of moment of inertia. For that, first we focus on the term torque. We have to expression for the torque. So, what we know about the torque? First, I am going to explain here. What is the torque? In rotational motion, when the body rotates, see here, when the body rotates, for that consider a body. Suppose if there are the two forces, that is a pair of force acting on that body, and the two forces are acting in opposite direction and they are separated by some perpendicular distance r. Both the forces have same magnitude. Now, what is the effect of these two forces? When such a pair of forces acting on a body having same magnitude but opposite direction, it produces the rotational motion and there is the torque acting on the body. What is the result? The torque developed on the body. How we can calculate that torque? The formula for that torque, we can say torque is equal to magnitude of one of the force multiplied by this perpendicular distance. This is the torque. So due to the torque, the body can easily rotate. Now, to obtain the torque, we know the formula for torque now. Torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance between these two forces. What is the formula for force? According to Newton's second law, can you tell me the formula for force? That is, force is equal to mass into acceleration. As the body rotates, there is the angular acceleration also. We know the definition of angular acceleration, that is the rate of change of angular velocity, that is d omega upon dt, is called as angular acceleration. There is one relation between this linear acceleration and angular acceleration. We know that the linear acceleration is related with the angular acceleration by one relation, a is equal to r into alpha. That is, linear acceleration is equal to radius into angular acceleration. So these are the important formulas that we must know before obtaining the expression for torque. So to obtain the torque, that torque is in terms of moment of inertia, and the moment of inertia is the term related to the rigid body. Again, I recall here the moment of inertia, I is equal to, you know that the moment of inertia is the formula, that is the sum of mi ri square, where I varies from 1 to n. Means if the body consists of n number of particles, we take the product of mass of each particle and square of the distance of that particle from the axis of rotation. That sum gives us the moment of inertia. So to obtain the expression for torque, what we have to consider? We have to consider here, suppose, first I explain with the help of object again. Suppose this is your rigid body or rigid object. We consider that this rigid object is rotating about an axis which is perpendicular to the plane of the figure, see here, and in this way your body is rotate. That is, the axis is perpendicular to the plane of paper, and when the body rotate, we consider here the body rotate with constant angular acceleration alpha, and as the body rotate, we can say here the every particle on that body will perform the circular motion. When the body rotates, each particle will revolve in a particular circle. This phenomena we use here. So to obtain the expression for this rigid body, what we have to consider? First we draw the diagram here. Suppose we want to obtain the expression for the torque. So for that, how we draw the diagram? Here, suppose this is our rigid body. Now, your rigid body, consider this rigid body rotating about an axis passing through some point O. The body rotates with some constant angular acceleration alpha. Now we divide the body into large number of particles of masses m1, m2, m3 up to mn. Suppose this is a particle of mass m1 which is at a distance r1 from this axis of rotation. Suppose there is another particle m2 which is at a distance r2 from the axis of rotation. Similarly, we consider the nth particle of mass mn which is at a distance rn from the axis of rotation. Means we consider a rigid body rotating about an axis passing through its center and passing through any point and perpendicular to its plane with constant angular acceleration alpha. Then we consider, suppose the body is divided into large number of particles of masses m1, m2, m3 up to mn and having the respective distance from the axis of rotation that are r1, r2, r3 up to rn. Then for each particle, as we know, as the body rotates, every particle will perform circular motion. For each particle, we find the linear acceleration. Then we find force for each particle. Then we find torque for each particle. And then by taking the sum of all the torques, means torque acting on every particle, we can find the total torque for this rigid body. So how we obtain this? For that, we do some consideration. So how we can write that? Consider a rigid object rotating with constant angular acceleration alpha about an axis perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Is that? Let the object consisting n number of particles of masses m1, m2, m3 up to mn at a respective perpendicular distance r1, r2, r3 up to rn from the axis of rotation. Now as the body rotates, all the particles rotate with the same angular acceleration alpha but having different linear acceleration. As the object rotates, all these particles perform circular motion with same angular acceleration alpha but with different linear acceleration. And that linear acceleration we can calculate. For the first particle, we can write a1 is equal to r1 alpha, a2 is equal to r2 alpha, like that up to nth particle an is equal to rn into alpha. And now by using some mathematics, we can obtain the expression for the torque. So to find the expression for the torque, what we do here? We can say the formula for the torque for the first particle, that is torque 1 is equal to, we know the formula for the torque, that is force into perpendicular distance. So for the first particle, I can say torque 1 is equal to F1 into R1. Now how I can write the F1? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. For the first particle, I can say its mass is m1 and its linear acceleration is a1 and multiplied by r1. Now put the value of a1. We can say a1 is equal to r1 into alpha. For the first particle, we can put that value here. We get here m1 into r1 into alpha into r1, that is m1 r1 square into alpha. This is alpha. So this is the torque for the first particle. Similarly, we can say the torque for the second particle is m2 r2 square alpha. The torque for the third particle we can write as m3 r3 square alpha. And similarly, we can write the torque for the nth particle, that is equal to mn into rn square into alpha. Here we consider the capital N. So we have obtained the torque for first particle, for second particle up to nth particle, and we want to find the total torque acting on the rigid body. We can calculate the total torque by taking the sum of this individual torque, torque 1 plus torque 2 plus dash 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 up to torque of the nth particle. Now this expression is very easy for you. you can write the torque 1 is equal to m1 r1 square alpha plus torque 2 is equal to m2 r2 square alpha. Like that, we can add the torque of nth particle, that is mn rn square alpha. Now here the alpha is common, and in bracket what I can write here, m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dash 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 up to mn rn square, and alpha is common there. Now the quantity in the bracket is the product of mass of each particle and square of its respective distance from the axis of rotation, m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dash 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 up to mn rn square. This quantity is nothing but it is the moment of inertia, that is I is equal to summation of mi ri square, where I varies from 1 to n. Instead of this bracket, we can say this is the expression for I, that is the moment of inertia. And so we can say here the torque is equal to, the bracket gives us the value of I, that is moment of inertia, and alpha is the angular acceleration. Thus we obtained the expression for the torque, that is torque is equal to moment of inertia into angular acceleration. This is your final expression, that is the expression for torque that relates it with the angular acceleration. Torque is equal to I into alpha. Thank you.